Okay, today we're going to be doing a DIY on how to clean those dingy, dirty old headlights. So let's get started. This is all you'll need: a drill. I did buy this little buffing wheel, and this is just Velcroed on there. It just pops off. And we'll use two different types of, this is actually wallboard tape, some rubbing compound or polishing compound, and that comes in different grits, and I believe that this one is coarse. White, it's just white polishing compound, but you can find that anywhere. I think the coarse would work just as well. I only have this here because I took a blade out of it. If you have any real trouble spots or your headlights are really bad, you can use this, and I'll show you over here. You can scrape the plastic, because these are plastic. They're Lexan, and they're about 1/4 of an inch thick. So you don't really have to worry about hurting these. The first thing we're going to do is tape this off, and I use the thinner tape for the first part. And I'll just show you here, and then we will okay, I'm just gonna finish this off now that I've showed you this part. Okay, I have the first part of the taping done. You can see I use a lot of little pieces around here. Try to keep that as flat as possible, and the only reason that we're doing this is so that when I use the buffer, it won't go on the car, because it will take the paint off your car if you leave it on there too long. It's actually used to buff the paint on your car. So then the wider stuff is just used here. I'll finish this up and we'll be right back. So once you put it on, just make sure it's stuck down. And then I'm going to show you what we do with this. You see this? I don't know if you can see this on the camera, but this is really rough right here. You just take this and drag it down across there, and whatever's on there or stuck there will come off. Now, depending on the curve of your headlight, it's going to make a difference. This is mostly sandblasted stuff, so it's peeling plastic. Now the buffing wheel will buff all this right out where I'm scraping it. So this is a good way to get through some really bad stuff quickly. You see this? This is all plastic, just dead plastic. Just getting the crap off in it. I've seen people use sandpaper, but this seems to work better because it's so fine. There's not scratches in it. So when I get this done, I'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I've gotten quite a bit off in here. This should clean up pretty well. The one thing you do have to be careful of is how hard you press with this. As you can see, I broke the back side of this blade off, so make sure you throw it away properly too, so nobody gets... I take mine and wrap it in this tape, wrap it around 4 or 5 times, and then I throw it away so you don't get hung up in the blade. Now, after I polish this, we'll look at it. I may have to go back in and do a couple more spots. But let's get buffing. what I do is I open up the can and I just take this and put it in here, so we just get a little bit on there, and then I just set it on there and start it up. Usually there's a button on most drills. I'm gonna put a little more caulking on it. Compound. Thought I was fixing the roof there for a minute. Okay, but first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wipe this off and show you how much better it is already than it was. So this is going to be the heavy concentrated area. This cleaned up really nice. Just to give you a sneak peek here again, and I know where I'll need to go back in and work. Look at the difference in that headlight already. Okay, so we need a little more along here. And you don't have to push this through the light. Just let it do its work. That's what it's for. A little more right in here. And I'll come back as soon as I get it done. Okay, I just finished what I believe will be the last and final buffing. Just wipe this off. Many people would have stopped before they got this far. A couple little spots here and there. These look like rocks and stuff that come up and hit the light. So, but I mean, as far as like going out and buying a brand new light, you don't have to do that. So then we'll just peel this off. It's a good idea not to leave this stuff on, even if you're going to leave for an hour or so. If you're in the sunlight, especially if you're in a state that really has high temps, this will glue itself right to the car. You'll have a hard time getting that off. So, it's not too bad here today. It's not real hot. It's probably 60, 65. peel it off and you're done.
With filming and all, it took about 23 minutes to do the job. So I would say 45 minutes getting out your tools, taping it up, uh, buffing it, putting everything away, about 45 minutes. And a shop would charge $50 to $100 to do that. This will also work on motorcycle headlights as long as they're plastic, windshields, snowmobile headlights, snowmobile windshields, anything that is plastic. This will clean it. So it's a great way and a very inexpensive way to get professional results. So I hope you found this helpful. The next time that you need to clean those dirty, dingy, foggy headlights,